Did you know the T-Rex in Jurassic Park was so loud it scared real animals nearby? Or that the movie almost used stop-motion dinosaurs like in old monster films? Steven Spielberg took a huge risk betting on brand-new computer effects that barely worked. Scientists doubted it. Studios feared it. But one rainy night on a soundstage, a digital dinosaur blinked and changed movies forever. It wasn't just about bringing dinosaurs back. It was about making us believe, wonder, and never look at birds the same way again. Let's dive in and discover 20 weird and amazing facts about Jurassic Park. Number 1. The dinosaurs were almost clay. Before CGI, the team planned to use stop-motion models, like in King Kong or Jason and the Argonauts. Legendary animator Phil Tippett had already built miniature dinosaurs and tested movements. But when Spielberg saw early computer tests from Industrial Light and Magic, he switched everything. Only the T-Rex attack used a mix, a giant animatronic head and a digital body. The rest? All pixels. What looked ancient was actually brand new tech. Old idea, new magic, and it changed cinema forever. Number 2. The T-Rex roar was a baby elephant, that earth-shaking roar, made by slowing down a baby elephant's squeal, then mixing it with tiger growls, alligator hisses, and even a walrus bark. Sound designer Gary Rydstrom recorded animals for months at zoos and wildlife parks. The result? A voice so real, zookeepers reported elephants reacting to it on TV, stomping and trumpeting in response. What sounded prehistoric was actually modern sound science, nature's noise, remixed into nightmare. Number 3. The rain was real and ruined. Sets. The constant rain in the movie? Not fake. Spielberg insisted on real water for realism. Actual rain machines drenched the sets for hours. But the downpours soaked the animatronics, especially the T-Rex. Its eyes short-circuited, its jaw jammed, and its skin began to mildew. Crews had to dry it with hairdryers between takes and re-lubricate its joints nightly. What looked atmospheric was actually a technical nightmare. Beauty with a leak. Number 4. Jeff Goldblum's shirt was a joke. Dr. Ian Malcolm's open black shirt wasn't meant to be sexy, it was satire. Spielberg told Goldblum to dress like a rock star scientist to show his ego and showmanship. Goldblum hated it but played along, adding dramatic gestures and smirks. Fans loved it, and it became iconic. But behind the scenes, he joked, "I look like I'm selling cologne, not chaos theory." What looked cool was actually a wink at academic vanity. Style over lab coats. Number 5. The goats were real and scared. The scene where a goat disappears into the raptor pen? They used a real goat, calm, trained, and safe. It was fine, but the next goat, brought in for a reshoot, refused to walk near the set. It sensed something wrong, maybe the animatronic raptor's smell or movement. The crew had to use ropes, treats, and patience to coax it. What looked like calm prey was actually animal instinct. Nature knew. The monsters weren't real, but the fear was. Number 6. The Jeep was pulled by wires. When the T-Rex flips the Jeep, it wasn't CGI. A hidden winch yanked it sideways with 10,000 pounds of force. The actors inside, real kids Joseph Mazzello and Ariana Richards, screamed for real. Spielberg didn't tell them how hard it would jerk. The sudden flip terrified them, and their reactions were genuine. What looked digital was actually raw physics. No pixels, just panic and power. Number 7. The raptor kitchen scene was shot backwards. The kids hiding from raptors in the kitchen, filmed in reverse. First, the raptors moved toward the kids. Then, the kids ran backwards to match the motion. In editing, it played forward, making the chase feel faster, more chaotic, and unpredictable. Spielberg wanted the audience to feel trapped, just like Lex and Tim. What looked spontaneous was actually careful choreography. Fear in Rewind. Number 8. The amber was fake, but real-looking. The glowing amber with mosquitoes, made from clear resin, gold leaf, and tiny LED lights. Real amber is cloudy and dull. But Spielberg wanted it jewel-like, mysterious, magical, precious. Jewelers helped craft each piece by hand, embedding fake mosquitoes with delicate wings. When Hammond holds it up, it catches the light like treasure. What looked like fossilized time was actually Hollywood glitter, science, dressed as myth. Number 9. The clever girl line was almost cut. Robert Muldoon's whispered, "clever girl," was nearly deleted for being too quiet, too subtle for an action scene. But Spielberg kept it. It showed respect for the raptor's intelligence and made the predator feel worthy of fear. That line became iconic, quoted by fans for decades. What sounded small carried huge weight, a whisper that echoed through history. Number 10. The final T-Rex pose was a happy accident. When the T-Rex roars in the lobby at the end, its foot crushed a model skeleton on the floor. The crew loved the chaos, so they kept it in the final cut. It wasn't planned. It was pure accident. But it symbolized nature reclaiming human arrogance. What looked planned was actually a lucky mistake. Destruction is art. And message. Number 11. The first CGI dinosaur made Spielberg cry. In 1991, Industrial Light and Magic showed Spielberg a 60-second test, a digital brachiosaurus walking and bending its neck to eat leaves. When it blinked its eye, Spielberg teared up and said, "It's alive." That moment convinced him to trust computers over models for most dinosaurs. But the technology was so new, one frame took hours to render. The entire Gallimimus stampede took weeks to complete. Animators worked through nights, doubting if audiences would believe it. Yet when kids saw it in theaters, they gasped and believed. What looked like magic was actually sleepless nights, broken hard drives, and pure faith. A dream built one pixel at a time. Number 12. The kids were actually terrified. Lex and Tim weren't just acting scared, they were genuinely frightened. Spielberg told them the raptors were real during filming to get honest reactions. He never lied cruelly, but he let the mystery linger. When the T-Rex smashes the car, Joseph Mazzello, Tim, cried between takes. Ariana Richards, Lex, refused to go near the animatronic raptor alone. Spielberg comforted them like a father, holding their hands and whispering, "You're safe." That raw fear you see? It wasn't pretend. It was childhood innocence meeting movie monsters. What looked like performance was actually protection and trust. Number 13. The Gallimimus herd changed everything. The scene where dozens of Gallimimus run across the plain was a world first. Before this, computers could only animate one creature at a time. Animators invented new software called Flock to make the herd move naturally, each dinosaur avoiding collisions, reacting to neighbors, speeding up or slowing down like real animals. They studied flocks of birds and schools of fish to mimic real group behavior. When it played on screen, even the crew stood up and cheered. That moment proved CGI could create living worlds, not just monsters, but entire ecosystems. What looked like a simple stampede was actually a revolution in code. Nature, rebuilt in bytes. Number 14. The goat leg was real meat. When the raptor drags a goat leg into its pen, it wasn't rubber. It was real meat from a butcher. The smell attracted flies, and the crew had to replace it every hour to keep it fresh. One take, the leg slipped from the raptor's claw and landed in mud. The director yelled, "Keep rolling," and used it. That gross, smelly detail made the danger feel real, visceral, and immediate. What looked fake was actually rotting flesh. Horror with a stench. And truth. Number 15. The Jeep Chase. Used real glass. When the raptors chased the kids in the kitchen, the glass they hide behind was real, thin, fragile, and dangerous. Spielberg insisted on it for sound and reflection. One wrong move, and someone could have been cut. During filming, a raptor tail on a mechanical arm smashed a panel, and glass flew everywhere. No one was hurt, but safety crews panicked and demanded padding. Spielberg refused. He said, "The fear has to be real." What looked like safe movie glass was actually a hazard. Beauty with risk. Number 16. The Dilophosaurus was made up. The spitting dinosaur with the neck frill? It never existed like that. Real Dilophosaurs were small, had no frill, and couldn't spit venom. Spielberg added those traits to make it scarier and to avoid copying the T-Rex. Paleontologists complained, but kids loved it. Today, many still think it's real. Museums even get asked about it. What looked scientific was actually pure imagination, myth dressed as fact, and it stuck. Number 17. The final shot took 37 takes. When the T-Rex roars under the "When Dinosaurs Ruled the Earth" banner, it took 37 tries to get right. The animatronic's jaw kept jamming from rain. The camera lens kept fogging, and the banner kept tearing in the wind. On take 37, everything worked. The rain, the roar, the collapse, the lighting. Spielberg whispered, "We got it." No one clapped. They were too stunned. What looked like a perfect ending was actually hard-won victory. One frame, after 36 failures. Number 18. The sound of raptor claws was coconut shells. Those clicking claws on the kitchen floor, made by tapping coconut shells on wood? Sound designer Gary Rydstrom recorded them in his kitchen at 3 a.m. He tried metal, plastic, even turtle shells, but coconuts had the right hollow tick. That tiny sound made raptors feel present, even when off-screen. You hear it before you see them, building dread. What sounded like prehistoric nails was actually tropical fruit. Simple tools, huge fear. Number 19. The movie almost had no humans. Early concepts showed dinosaurs with no people, just animals living on an island, like a nature documentary. Spielberg realized it needed heart, emotion, and stakes. So he added the kids, the wonder in their eyes, the family tension between Grant and Ellie, the theme of responsibility. That choice made it more than a monster movie. It became a story about awe, humility, and childhood. What could have been a nature film became a human journey. Dinosaurs as mirror, not just monsters. Number 20. Scientists changed their minds. Because of this film, before Jurassic Park, most scientists thought dinosaurs were slow, dumb, cold-blooded lizards. After the movie, new research showed many were fast, smart, warm-blooded, and bird-like, just like in the film. Spielberg worked closely with paleontologist Jack Horner, who pushed for accurate, active dinosaurs. The movie inspired a generation of kids to become scientists. Museums saw record attendance. Some even say it revived paleontology as a field. What looked like entertainment actually changed real science, fiction that shaped fact and future. Bonus fact: the lost baby raptor. Scene. A scene was filmed where Lex finds a baby raptor hatching, and it imprints on her like a duckling, following her and chirping. But Spielberg cut it. He feared it would make raptors too cute, weakening their threat in later scenes. The footage was locked away in a vault until 2022, when a fan found a VHS copy in a garage sale in Oregon. In it, the baby nuzzles Lex's hand, and she smiles. Spielberg later said, "It was too sweet. The raptors had to stay dangerous." That lost moment lives only in grainy tape now, a tender secret buried in time. One small choice changed movie history. Jurassic Park isn't just about dinosaurs, it's about wonder, the danger of playing God, and the magic of seeing something impossible come alive. Made with rubber, code, coconuts, and courage, it reminds us that the greatest adventures begin with a child's wide eyes and a scientist's humble awe. If you enjoyed these stories, subscribe for more. Every movie hides a truth, and we'll keep uncovering them, one story at a time.